Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. First of all, if you would like to support the channel and myself, my PayPal will be in the description, so thank you very much. Now, I'm back with part 3 of What If Naruto was the Ghost Rider, guys. Yes, part 3. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out some of the other pages if you want more what ifs. Yes, I indeed have 3 more channels that I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. I'll be leaving the links down in the description for you guys to enjoy. Also, if you would like to have your own what if done by me, whether it be a series or a movie, just go ahead and comment your ideas and I'll jot it down for future use. So without further ado or wasting any more time, let us begin now, guys. To do a bit of a recap for the last part that we left off. Despite not knowing who he was, Naruto's popularity skyrocketed within Konoha. Naruto joined Team 7, and Sakura Haruno figured out who he was. Naruto was shocked by how smart she was when she was not acting like a fangirl. She lost someone, not blood relative but someone in the red light district. Thus she believed what Naruto was doing was for the betterment of people, yes. She believed he was doing something actually good. The spirit of vengeance inside of Naruto had flared up, and she had saw it. Arriving at the house, they bide their time there as Naruto went out. Naruto came across Haku. Believing that he could take Naruto down, he was sadly mistaken. Even without transforming, Naruto was strong and powerful, but the moment he went into his transformed state, he was a different kind of monster. He judged Haku's soul and found him innocent, a broken innocent boy. Naruto had so much control over the spirit inside of him, it allowed him to judge based on actual emotions and see through the small little cracks. Because when Naruto gazes into your eyes, penance, stare, Naruto allow you to see it. He allow you to witness it all. Haku was terrified even though he wasn't affected by death by that. He warned Zabuza, telling him that it was in their best interest to leave, but Zabuza was too cocky, too arrogant to listen. When the day finally came, 2 individuals tried to take the family as Naruto reduced them to ashes. He made his way to the bridge. He had warned Haku. Naruto was 10 times stronger, throwing Haku around and punching through the mirrors. When he transformed, Sasuke was shocked as Naruto burned the moisture out of the hair. Zabuza tried to attack him, but Naruto massacred Zabuza, crushing him into the ground as Naruto judged his soul. His final action allowing Naruto to see his caring for the child despite what a wicked and cruel person he actually was. Naruto judged his soul as one to be conflicted, and he did not kill him, but Naruto's actions scar him, to the point that after this mission they returned back to their home, seeking penance for their action as they joined the rebellion squad. Naruto's gaze could really change a man in a way. Kakashi had no choice but to tell Harrison what was going on. Naruto was immediately taken away from the public view, but Sakura, not wanting anything to be done to him, she spread the news on who was the ghost head individual. The flaming skull guy, there was simply so much name. The protector, the spirit of vengeance. The people were shocked. However, the people down here were different from those in the upper part of the village. Those who did not take stock of Naruto because he was a Jinchuriki, they rally and gather together as Hiruzen was questioning Naruto. Naruto got angry at the Hokage as Naruto was pretty pissed off. There were things that Naruto knew that the Hokage did not know after all, as Naruto was rather pissed at the man, pretending like he understand, pretending like he was doing anything to right the wrongs that were happening right under his nose when he was not doing a damn thing. Unfortunately though, as Sakura thought she was doing something good, but Naruto had hurt many people. Many people had their powerful family. And because of this, many was going to turn against him as well. And now they knew who he was. So things were about to get bad. Extremely so. The people were going to turn. Not the ones in the red light district, of course, but the daimyo family. Someone within that family had died by Naruto's hands. They saw him. That is why the pressure was so hard on Hiruzen to find who it was. And now that they knew, they were all coming. As Sasuke found out that Sakura already knew. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across and play check out for yourselves as we begin this new episode. Sakura had no idea that things would become this much. All she wanted to do was to help Naruto. And she did. But also, there were so many of them. Those that hated Naruto for being a Jinchuriki, seeing him as a nine-tailed fox. The ones that called him an abomination, the one that called him a pain. The ones that hate him for what they lost. They were against him. They call him a monster, a demon. On the other side though, every single member of the Red Light District, they came out showing full support. They call him a hero, a savior. Some call for him to be taken down, some call for him to be raised up. But the worst had yet to come. Naruto's actions in the land of fire, while transformed, got the daimyo to put pressure on the Hokage to find out who was behind this, because they definitely knew that the person was from Konoha. While Naruto did not harm the daimyo himself, Naruto harmed people connected to him. However, the Red Light District people started to make the very same claim. Everyone that he goes after was a bad person. He only harmed the wicked. That meant those people were the wicked. They did not hear what they say about Naruto. Even if he was the Jinchuriki, even if he was part of the Nine Tails, he's been doing nothing but helping them in the Red Light District, making the streets safer. So screw them all. However, there was no evidence to show the ones that Naruto hurt were bad, thus they were using it to tarnish Naruto's name. Those with a more political standpoint and political voice. But there were still so many down there that was cheering for his release, cheering for him to be freed. Meanwhile, Naruto could feel it, despite being so far away, locked away behind the bars, in prison for the time being. He could feel it all. He closed his eyes. He could feel the ones against him. He could also feel the ones cheering him on despite knowing who he was now. Naruto opened his eyes as someone entered. There was two ways that divided him and the person. Finally, the person stepped in. Naruto had absolutely no idea who it was. His features did look familiar, but Naruto had met him personally. He stepped inside, revealing himself. Jiraiya. Jiraiya of the Sannin. The man looked towards Naruto, having come back to the village. Do you know who I am? He questioned. No, said Naruto. Well, my name is Jiraiya, he said. The legendary Sannin have told me Aboku. Are you supposed to be my lawyer or something? Because if you are, I'll pass. What? Do you not know what that title stands for? He said. I'm not a moron. Naruto said, of course I know what your title is. You on the other hand, you're a bit underwhelming than I expected for someone with such a powerful name. Well, I am really a spectacular person. That's what you say, said Naruto. No, that is reality, said Jiraiya. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to check your seal. After all, I am one of the greatest seal masters in the world. Well, I am the greatest, he said. If we can find out what is causing this and stop it, none of this has to go any further than a few little mistakes taken care of. Jiraiya came to the shocking realization. There was nothing on Naruto's stomach. He looked up. Naruto hadn't spoken about exactly what happened in a sense. His terms were loose when he spoke to Hiruzen. That he was given a chance. That he was given a gift. Naruto's words weren't really all that sounding truthful. Where's the seal? Jiraiya said, knowing that Naruto was aware that he had the 9 tails. Yet, he had no seal on his stomach. You believe that this is the 9 tails doing? Well, you're wrong. This is 100% all me, said Naruto. You could see the look on Jiraiya's face instantly shift, becoming a rather concerning one, knowing that this meant a lot more. Why, the Sannin said. Why what? Take things like this upon your head. Do you have any idea now that the populace know who you are? What they're calling for? Many are calling for your death. As we speak, countless people are coming to Konoha. And these people, they want you dead. I heard about your actions in the land of fire that kicked up the search on you. The people that you killed. The guilty, said Naruto. That was never your responsibility. And now you place a target on your head. You have no idea how many influence, how much power those people have. Should I be afraid? What? Said Jiraiya. Should I be concerned? Shaking in my boots because a few civilian is going to talk. None of you know exactly what I am, said Naruto. What I'm capable of. I was given a gift to punish those that deserve it. And that is what I'll continue to do. Not if you're dead, Jiraiya said. And who's gonna kill me? The Sannin released a sigh. You think this is easy, but it's not something that you can get off that easy, kid. First of all, stop pretending like you know me. Stop trying to sympathize with me. I know who you are, said Naruto. I never know your face the moment you came in here, but you gave me the clues to know exactly who you are. You're the teacher of my father. Jiraiya was stunned as he looked at Naruto. Yes, I know who my parents are. Another long story I'm not about to go into. So don't pretend like you know me or sympathize with me. I've done nothing but help people. Time and time again. I've saved children. I've saved mothers. I've saved fathers. I save all sorts of people by punishing the wicked, allowing them to repent for what they did. But you people wish to crucify me for the goodness I've done, despite knowing that all that I've hurt, all that I allow to punish, they're all tempted with evil. Can you look at me with a straight face and tell me that you do not know that? Naruto questioned Jiraiya. The Sannin was at a loss what to say. Let them bring me to speak. I would like to see all of their faces. After all, I'm sure they would want to say their piece. Time skip. Jiraiya went straight to Hiruzen to speak to the man. However, someone else arrived. Naruto heard something outside like someone fell. When the door opened up, Naruto could feel it. Despite the man being on the other side with the first door, Naruto could feel it. He was literally fighting back not to transform here and now. His hands start to burn as Danzo Shimura stepped into the room. Naruto could feel the man's soul from here. The darkness, the wickedness, he could feel it coursing off him. As Naruto looked into Danzo's eyes, Danzo stepped in. One eye was only visible though, but Naruto could see beyond that bandage. Danzo stepped towards him, walking around slowly. "The people wish to see you dead," he said, having no idea just how much Naruto was fighting the urge not to get up and, well, punish him. Because Naruto wanted to see this through. And he had no idea who this man was. However, Naruto was trembling to hold him back. As Danzo Shimura's soul was rotten to the core. "I can save you," said Danzo. "I can save you from your fate. You seem to be more than capable to do your job of getting rid of the guilty. And there's a lot of those people in this world," Danzo said, making Naruto a proposition. Throughout his whole thing though, Naruto did not say a word. But Danzo didn't expect it or want any, he just wanted Naruto to know. All he has to do was accept his proposition once he shows up once again. Once he was gone, Naruto took several deep breaths as smoke came from his mouth. The next day, Naruto was still inside. He was fed everything that a normal human needed, but Naruto was no longer the same, and that was clear. Team 7 members were able to visit Sakura and Sasuke. Kakashi Hatake stood by the door, gazing inside as he looked at Naruto, feeling guilty because he was the one that told. Sakura was looking remorseful. As Naruto saw that, he motioned for her to come towards him. He knew what she did. She was the only person that would, and he knew why she did it. He whispered something to her, which surprised her. She pulled back looking much more calm. "So what is this? Why are you still here?" Sasuke questioned. "I've hurt a lot of bad people," said Naruto, "and they want to punish me for that." "But that's not fair," Sakura said. "Those people are horrible." "I know. I suppose the system is just corrupted," Naruto said as he spoke with the two of them. Sasuke even seemed to be curious about the whole situation. Given the Land of Wave experience and the month that they spent being shinobis together, before that, Sasuke was a part of this team whether he liked it or not, and Naruto was his teammate. As the time was up and the two members had to leave, "Hatake, Kakashi," said Naruto, "I don't blame you for turning me in. It was your job. You have no resentment coming from me. Not in the slightest." Kakashi was glad to hear that. Sasuke questioned, "What did he say to you?" Naruto's voice went through her mind. "I don't blame you. I know what you did. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine," he said to her. "Just fine." With that, Team 7 members made their way off. Their team currently on standby because of their missing members, but the time had finally arrived. Naruto, his hands shackled, chakra suppressors. Naruto was brought to the large room. Inside was a daimyo and several other important figureheads. Those that lost families, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles. But all the people that Naruto punished were guilty. There was also the Council of Konoha as well. They were here to decide his fate. Giving Naruto a chance, it was a conversation that he had with the Hokage to speak on his own behalf. Jiraiya was also here as well. Now that he was here, they began. It was a daimyo that started it out, listing the crimes that Naruto had committed against the people that he had killed, and those that he put in a critical state, where no amount of medicine could free them, but they were living their horrible ways over and over again, suffering. But the people did not know that though. Once the daimyo was done, the council took a breath. Naruto had really done a lot. Yes, a lot. It was surprising that he was able to get away with it all. Majority of them there did not blame him for what he did. The people was waiting patiently to hear the verdict of what they would say, to hear what they would do, as this case was not normal. There was so many waiting on the answer, including his own team as well and the remaining members of the rookie year. Naruto could feel it on so much of these people, the stench on their soul. But he kept himself calm. If he could keep himself calm around Danzo, these were child's play. As Naruto gazed towards them, they listed everything they had to say as they gave him a chance. Hiruzen prayed that Naruto did as he told him. No, Naruto said, I don't feel any remorse, as he was questioned, for what I did. I did not go on any mental break. The Nine Tails did not corrupt me. The Beast did not take over me. I did what I did because all of you are rotten, including the ones I killed. Their soul was tainted like majority of you here. You sit in your proper suit and your elegant clothing pretending like you're a standing citizen of society, but under all of that, you're nothing but heartless monsters. And you tried to condemn me. I can literally taste the deception, the wickedness on your very soul. So you question if my actions were done out of the sake of insanity. It was not. I remember every single one of them that I put down because it was what needed to be done. And all those people that are in comas, they will never wake. They who committed horrific acts against children, trafficking, hurting so many, they are being punished to relive it over and over again. And they will stay so until their body can no longer handle it. So condemn me with your words, condemn me with your action, but that does not change the fact that the ones that you try to defend here are nothing but horrible, despicable monsters. And all of you that speak on their behalf, all of you that commit these crimes under the scenes, using your father, your mother, your family money to cover yourself. There is one thing that you cannot hide from in this world. And I'm not talking about karma or time. I'm talking about me. Because I will hunt each and every one of you down. And you will pay for your crimes. That is why I was given these powers. And I intend to use them for the right reason. So do as you must. Naruto words angered every single participant in that room. It erupted in chaos immediately. There was a lot of shouting. Naruto simply kept quiet. As he was taken back, Hiruzen released a heavy sigh. The deliberation happened for hours upon hours upon hours. If Naruto was sentenced or seen as a monster through this, there was going to be riots throughout the entire land of fire. Even now, the flaming skull was being painted all over Konoha, on the walls, on all of the buildings, stretching out to the land of fire. And the people that Naruto saved within that area as well, they started to let their voice be known throughout the entire land of fire as the daimyo got it. He got word back from them. Yes, majority of the council members here stand with Naruto. Hiruzen stand by him. As Hiruzen had documents, information that he had Jiraiya gotten. Information that was truly hard to get, information that he had to pay a lot for. And a lot of these names were on very horrendous lists of things that they've done, things that they were dealing with. So yes, the daimyo family was guilty. A lot of them now were being looked at with suspicious gaze, but many of them had a lot of influence. While some of them were the daimyo family, some of them, well, majority of them here were not. They own these shop areas within Konoha, responsible for certain developments within the village. Not just physical things as well. In terms of their lucrative ventures in the village, making Konoha and the Land of Fire great. Because the Land of Fire main source was to many of these leaders, thus, a compromise had to be made. If they were to sentence Naruto to death, well, the people will turn against them. Riot, chaos, destruction. If they were to free him, many of these people threatened to pull their businesses out of Konoha and the Land of Fire. They threatened to, well, stop a lot of it. They threatened to, well, bankroll a lot of the village. Hiruzen Sarutobi was desperate. He had to do something. As Jiraiya gazed towards the man, something had to be done. A proposition, an ace in the hole had to be made. After such a long speaking, when Jiraiya decided to voice another sentence, it shocked all of them. He was that man's son? Now that made things a lot more complicated. As they found out, you see, many of these people that were here were friends with Minato. And the ones that Naruto killed were friends with him as well. Back then they were young, back then they were just starting out in the family business. But they've grown corrupt over time. However, because of this they were more so angry, believing that the child should simply fall in line. That he should do as he was told. And for those that he killed, they had families. Many of them went into hiding, afraid that he would come for them. And many of them wanted him dead. There was a lot. Something had to be done. When the option came up, banishment. Not just from Konoha, but the Land of Fire. Hiruzen might be the Hokage, Jiraiya might be strong, but these people had a lot of power inside the Land of Fire and inside Konoha as well. And if they were to put Naruto above all of these people, Konoha would suffer. Food shortages, supplies. Others would use that against them. The daimyo had to agree with something. As the others start to talk about pulling their support out of the Land of Fire, no nation could stand on their own. None of them were self-sufficient. While all of these people here needed the Land of Fire and Konoha, they were willing to bankrupt a lot of their business because they could not stand for the ones that they lost. And they would not take any other way. Killing was out of the option. Execution for his crimes. So something had to be done. This seemed like the lesser evil out of all. They were still calling for his death. After all, he did kill their families. Despite the horrible things they'd done. While the proof was there for some of them, they claimed that they had no idea about this and still claimed that they were family despite their horrendous act. It was obvious that majority of them were also involved as well. Banishment, as they called for it, from the village. Complete cutoff of any single resource from Konoha. Complete isolation from the village. To be forbidden from any communication with any Konoha shinobi in terms of any matters of helping him. No protection from them at all. He would be seen as an enemy. An enemy that should never step foot back in the Land of Fire ever again. And this seemed to be the best option. As the meeting came to an end, Hiruzen had no power to overturn this because if he did not allow this to pass, Saving Naruto would result in many suffering. The Red Light District might have loved him, but they would suffer the most because their part of the village was weaker than the rest. And then it would spread to the others. As much as some of them care, if it involved all of them suffering, they would choose themselves. Yes, Hiruzen believed that. He had to make the choice, just like when Minato made a choice a long time ago. And it seems like even with Minato's name, it would not help. Kakashi was told the news by Jiraiya. Sakura was stunned. Despite what Naruto said, this was her fault. This was her fault. She shouldn't have said anything. She was just trying to help. Believing that she could stop them from hurting him for his crimes because the people would stand by him and she was right. Her spreading the truth was a big reason why the death sentence was taken off, because Naruto had so much support. So much people that would riot and cause chaos. So they could not kill him. Then again, it's not like they could physically kill him anyways. There was a reason why Naruto was still sticking around. As Naruto was simply waiting. He himself was thinking about leaving Konoha. As Sakura was breaking down, knowing that she caused this, given how close she and Naruto has become, Sasuke started to comfort her, being a light in the darkness right now. Luckily, the other members of the rookie team were there. As Sakura had spoke about Naruto and the good that he has done, most of them started to see it. They were shinobis after all. It was their job to save the innocents. Especially within their home or within the land of fire, right? And yet he was being punished for something like that. That is why Naruto had so much support. That is why they could not kill him. Otherwise risk chaos all over. When Hiruzen Sarutobi stepped into the room and sat down, there was a long silence between them. He did not speak about the verdict right away. He spoke about Minato. He spoke about Kushina. He spoke about how much they love him. Until he finally said it. There was nothing that he could do to save Naruto. But Naruto already accepted that. Naruto was thinking about all that he's done for the village. There was so much more out there to do. So much more wicked to punish. It wasn't until Zabuza and Haku that he learned the truth. I'm okay with this, said Naruto. My job has just truly begun, said Naruto. And I intend on living up to my purpose. Hiruzen left, saddened by that. Naruto had a couple of days. However, Naruto wasn't about to wait on that. It was nighttime, as Naruto's hands were still shackled together, when the chain started to melt. He stepped towards the wall and placed a finger on it and carved out a door. It melted through as Naruto stepped, materialized his chain. Naruto swinged away, hooking onto the nearest building and pulling himself away. Flame coating him as he transformed mid-air. Meanwhile, Danzo's Shamura was underground. This was perfect. Danzo couldn't have it any other way when he influenced them to banish Naruto. Yes, they were going to do drastic things like try to kill him or all of that, but Danzo pushed the thought of banishment. After all, with the boy now banished, Danzo would send numerous people to try and take his life. When he realized how horrible the world was, Danzo would give him sanctuary and take control of him. By the time they realized that Naruto was gone, it was too late. Naruto knew where he was, as Naruto came for him, melting through the steel that kept him guarded. When Naruto kicked through the wall, his root ninjas immediately scrambled around him. I never got the opportunity to tell you, but you were there, said Naruto. You heard my words. His skull flaming, and there is so much darkness, so much evil within you, said Naruto. My skin is crawling just feeling it. Danzo never expected this. It was very clear that this wasn't something that he expected in the slightest. However, if this was something that has to be done, subdue him now, Danzo said. They tried to grab Naruto, but he tossed them around like they were rag dolls. They might be bigger than him, but Naruto was stronger than all of them combined. As he moved through them, stepping like a ghost, you could see the flaming footprint. As Naruto moved, swinging his chain and tearing through root ninjas that got in his way, slapping them away and launching them away. Their lack of emotions disturbed him, but there was only one that Naruto was truly here for. Danzo started to realize that the boy was not being stopped, as Torun dashed towards him and grabbed Naruto's hand. In the chaos, trying to use his bugs on Naruto. My poison has infected you, and now, if you don't poison. Naruto started to ramp up the heat as he grabbed onto Torun. Violent scream left his lips as Naruto cooked him alive. There was nothing that could get beyond his flames. His hell flames. Fu tried to invade Naruto's mind, but his very soul was consumed by flames, burning his eye sockets out. Danzo's Chimera finally got up. This wasn't something that he could take easily. This child was a monster. They could not stop him. They tried to seal him. However, Naruto started to punch it. He won't be getting through that, one of the root ninjas said. Until Naruto started to laugh as he reeled back. The barrier cracked. Again it exploded, launching them away. The frightened expression on their face as they were terrified. And these people were not supposed to feel emotions like these, and yet they were terrified. Danzo tried to run, but Naruto swung his chain and caught him and pulled him towards him. Naruto tore the bandage off. Danzo struggled to break free, but he could not. The chain bound him where he was. As Naruto gazed into his eyes. I told you. You cannot run from me, said Naruto. Now, look into my eyes. Feel the pain and suffering for all those that you've caused. However, something happened. Danzo, it wasn't working. Your little trick is not gonna work on me. I feel no regret or remorse for the people I've harmed, Danzo said. I did so for the benefit of Konoha, and by that decree, I will do anything for this village. His penance here did not work on those that had nothing to be punished. Yes, Danzo did not regret a single thing. But even that, Naruto was supposed to get beyond the emotional aspect of anyone. Doesn't matter if they regret it or not, they still had a soul to burn. However, that wasn't the case here. Danzo was aware of what Naruto was able to do. Not completely, but given the information that Kakashi told Heroes and Danzo got his hand on that report, he had his people everywhere. Danzo had studied the people that were brought in, noticing the mental fortitude on the frontal lobe that was done to them, mental affliction on their mind. Danzo had a special seal on him. Yes, he did not trust the boy, he had a special seal that created a fluctuation pattern to the very soul itself, similar to what Orochimaru did to cut his soul into pieces, but this was different because the fluctuation pattern got in the way of Naruto penance. Danzo released that with a smile as he started to unclick all of the bindings on his arms. He had started the moment Naruto came in here and started to rip through his root agents. The final clip was broken. Naruto started to look at him. Your attack won't work on me, and now you shall be mine, Danzo said. You shall receive penance for what you did, said Naruto. I already told you, your steer won't work on me. I said penance, Naruto said. Naruto started to beat the living shit out of Danzo. With each blows that he swung, Danzo was being picked apart. The pain stunned him down to his very soul. Naruto could break past the seal, yes. However, the amount of wickedness within Danzo was so much. It was so great. Naruto started to pick him apart with his bare hands. Danzo tried to fight Naruto. He used his wing technique as he backed away. However, Naruto did not feel pain in this form like normal people did. Danzo severed Naruto's arm, but watch as it regrew, flames bursting out of the stump. Naruto wanted him to be afraid because his penance mean beat in the living daylight. Naruto grabbed Danzo with a chain and beat him into the ceiling, into the ground, into the wall. Danzo was bloody, waiting for Naruto to kill him so that he could revive. Naruto looked at the arm. You think your little tricks can work on me? Well, they won't. When I kill you, there is no returning. Just because I did not steer into your soul doesn't mean I can't reach it, said Naruto. He gripped Danzo by the head. Danzo started to scream, fighting, begging, pleading, as Naruto started to burn away his very soul. By the time Naruto was done, an empty husk was left on the ground. There was no returning back. The Sharingan was dead. Every single one of them on his arms. The one in his eye was gone. His body was charred inside and out. Naruto then started to walk away until he saw a room with a lot of metals for their weapon creation. An idea came to his mind. Naruto's hands ignited with flames. Moment later, a bike. Yes, a bike was there. Naruto has never seen something like this before, but he needed something to move around. The idea came to his mind. It was something Sakura said accidentally. The Justice Rider, she said. Moving around solving crimes. The Justice Walker did not sound too, well, awesome, so she called it the Rider. But Naruto had another name though. As he sat down and swung the chain around him, it wrapped around him. Naruto rested his hand on the metal that he forged himself into this creation. The lower half became imbued with flames. It had no wheels, just pure raw flames that allowed Naruto to move on any surface. Now that's more like it, he said. He had to pay a little visit before he made his way off. Sakura and Sasuke, and Kakashi as well. The people had heard recently what happened, and they were pissed. Naruto had paid his team a visit. He spoke to each and every one of them, but that would come later. They looked as they saw him, riding on one of the buildings heading straight upwards. The bike leaping from one building to another as he flew across the sky. Everyone was shocked. Naruto crash landed at Konoha Gate. They tried to stop him. The Hokage gave orders to not let him leave just yet. He wanted to stop Naruto. He wanted to say something. Not to mention, he wanted to know what Naruto did. However, Naruto turned the bike and the thing lifted off, blazing an inferno, shooting Naruto off into the sky as his laughter filled the entire area. He was gone. But guys, if you end subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification stay posted. But I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.